Hello guys, you're welcome to the journey of a Nigerian boy. My name is Pascal, okay, as usual, or you can call me Pascali that you already know. For those of you that are new to my channel, if you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe to my channel and like my video. And you can also click on the notification bell to get notification to all my videos when I drop them. Today, as you can see, I'm with a beautiful young lady and she's going to be introducing herself today.
Oh, na na na, oh, na. It's Pascal again.
So today, before I tell you what we will be talking about, let's start with introduction. Let's meet you, man.
My name is Fatima Agoro. I've been in Canada since 2015. I graduated last year, 2019. I studied chemical engineering, and ever since I graduated, I've just been working.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She's a big madam. I should tell you that. Remember the last time I had a visitor on my show? Today I'm having a big madam and engineer in the building. So today we're going to be talking about Nigerian university versus the Canadian university. So we'll be discussing the undergrad, what are the differences between the Nigerian universities and Canadian universities. As you know, I just came to Canada for my master's degree. My undergrad itself was in Nigeria, but this madam, this engineer here is a Canadian engineer. Do you understand?
If you say so.
So, what is the first thing that you feel like you notice between a Canadian university and a Nigerian university?
Well, I don't know about the Nigerian university,
Okay.
but I know about like the Nigerian education system.
Okay.
I know like I went to secondary school in Nigeria, and then I just found that the teachers were not really as approachable.
Okay.
Like they just teach you ask questions in class, that's if you get an answer. And then like you go on, you read, study for exams and stuff like that. But here is more, when I came here, it was more, I think, first of all, I'm talking from a very small school,
Okay.
in New Brunswick. So it was more like the teachers are more approachable. You can
Okay.
ask questions. There's office hours, and it came as a culture shock for me because like I wasn't used to asking questions. Like I'm just used to keeping quiet in class, just taking in what I can take in, and then writing my exams. But here, you're really encouraged to like
Go to go and meet
go
lecturers
to
and talk to
lecturers and things like that. So it took me a while before I adjusted like my fellow like Canadian students in class.
So should we call that culture shock?
Shock.
Is it one of those things? that
Yeah,
you
it's
feel
probably like culture shock. Yeah.
Okay. Because in Nigeria, I know some lecturers do have visiting hours, but then not all of them. So sometimes you just try your luck and just go
Yeah.
and visit one lecturer in the office, and if you meet the lecturer and he's good, you can decide to let you come inside. But if you meet him at a bad time, he can just send you out and say, "Yeah, get out of this place."
Yeah.
You know. So in Canada, what is the support system like? Would you say that it is easy to get somebody to tutor you once you don't understand something in class? Because in Nigeria, what happens is if you don't understand something in class, we probably have like a senior student that will
Yeah.
organize tutorials, and the only thing they will do is just collect money from you to
Yeah.
buy markers and all that. But in Canada, how is it to get support for education and all that?
It's very easy, especially when like here they really focus on things like mental health, things that like they want to make sure you're good to study.
Okay.
So you have access to libraries, tutorials. There's a English help center, a math help center for free as long as you pay your school fees.
Okay.
Like everything, you have access to that.
Okay.
And to be honest, it's very easy for a Canadian to say it like, oh, we have access to that. But coming from Nigeria, having to adjust, you might not know that yes is available, but you don't know if you can actually just approach them. That fear is what you should like. If you're looking to come to Canada to school, that fear you should like do away with it.
Okay.
Like when you come here, come on a good note. Like just come with a clear mind, make new friends, things like that. So
should we say that this video today will be like an educative video for people that are trying to come to Canada to come and study, especially for undergrads? They need to be aware of a lot of things because this system is
very
quite different.
Yeah.
How easy will you say it is to finance education here as an undergrad? Is there a financial plan that you can follow when you come and study?
Honestly, with the exchange rate, I'll say it's definitely not easy, but it's possible.
Okay.
The Canadian universities, they are very, very
Considerate.
understanding. Yeah, so what they like is communication. So if you don't communicate, they will take actions. But if you communicate with them, tell them, okay, I'll pay this by so dates. This is what I want to do for the next 4 months.
Okay.
I'm going to pay this, blah blah blah. They are very understanding, and sometimes they even shift the date. So say you put in, oh, I'm going to pay on the 15th, and the money actually comes in on the 18th. They are very understanding.
Okay.
Communication is, Canadians value communication.
Just you must talk. Don't
You
keep
must,
quiet
exactly.
to yourself and everything.
Don't just keep it to yourself.
And I know that for masters too, for master students, we are allowed to make like payments plan. You can be paying like on a weekly basis. If your tuition for like a semester is like 5,000, they can prorate it into like $100
yeah,
every week,
and
you just be paying, like,
same as
for undergrads.
undergrad. It's just that it's much more
More expensive to be an
it's a
undergrad
lot,
student. Okay, so again, accommodation inside school or outside school, which one will you say is better for undergrad?
Outside.
Even
It's
for
cheaper.
undergrad?
Yeah, even for undergrad, outside. The reason why I say that is the only thing I didn't get from being on campus is the social life.
Okay.
And I got that from going to school daily, and once you're in sub, you can see plenty of people.
Okay.
But yes, living with people, you get accustomed to them, you can build stronger bonds and things
Okay.
like that. But think about your pockets. If you're paying $800 for a tiny room on campus, where you can find $800 2 bedrooms and things like that. Mind you, that's in New Brunswick.
Okay. Because people in in Ontario and different places, they find it very expensive to get houses. Okay, maybe one of these days I might do a video on the accommodation, what to expect for a particular amount of
exactly.
money.
That would be a good idea.
All right. No, know that in 100 level we always have have to take a lot of courses, and it's always different because you take a lot of courses and you know that one course cannot take too much of your time. But because I did masters here, I know that one course can actually take a whole of your life and everything. You have to write projects, you have to do assignment almost every 2 weeks or almost every week. So what is it like as a new student? I was coming from Nigeria, I just got to Canada and was thrown into the water.
In engineering, I don't know about other courses. In engineering, your first year, everyone is together, whether you're civil, chemical, mechanical, and everything. So you have to take a lot of courses that you might not actually need for your first year, but they are prerequisites to move on to the next stage.
Okay.
So I took a mechanical course. That was actually the most important. It was 5 credits, right, when others were 3, 4.
Oh.
So I had to take that for my next semester for the APSC 1023, which is the second part of it.
Okay.
And what I found is a lot of the math, English courses were just refreshers. Mm-hmm. So in Nigeria, where you have the SS3 or IGCSEs,
yes,
you do a lot of further math or additional math. So the additional math was just really what was my first year math. Okay. So it was a breeze. So that was it. We took 9 courses. Okay. The APSC course was really hard.
Which one is APSC again?
So it's like a mechanical course.
Okay.
So it has to do with a mixture of physics.
Oh.
A lot of physics and math, so it was hard.
Really?
Yeah. It was really hard. Oh, okay. We also had a lot of practicals. That is one thing that is very different in Nigeria. Okay. Yes, you have the knowledge, but can you apply it is really what they look for here. So you might be the smartest in reading and just writing it out in the exams and getting 100%. But here, that was kind of hard because we had to do a project, and the Canadian students were kind of used to it because it seems like their system helps them with that. Yeah. But with me, I kind of struggled. You have to write reports, you have to go on the field and research and actually write reports on it. So I kind of struggled with that in first year. But I'm here today.
It was good. Okay, so again, when we talked about culture shock, how easy will you say that it is for an international student to actually make friends with other students once you get here? Will you say like it is really, really easy for you to make friends, or you find it very difficult to communicate?
I would say it's difficult. I can't use myself as an example because I was actually very close-minded. I just said when I came here, I just found Nigerians to be friends with, and I became friends with them.
Okay.
But that is one of the biggest mistakes I made.
Okay.
You have to be very open-minded. You've been in Nigeria for most of your life,
Yeah.
so when you come here, explore,
Meet with other people.
meet with other people. You might find bad friends, you might find good friends. Like, the point is the experience.
Yes.
In order to go further in life, you have to experience so many things.
Okay.
So different cultures, you can see where they lack there, where they are high there, what you can pick from them, what you can take away from them. So that's one of the issues I had, mixing. So I had, but once you're open-minded,
You
a
meet
joke
a lot
or
of
two
people.
will get you a friend, to be honest.
Definitely, that's good too.
Yeah.
And again, let's go back to education. Like in Nigeria, when people fail courses, they get like carryovers and everything, because some courses are like prerequisite for other courses.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is not necessary that because you fail this prerequisite for this other course, you won't be allowed to do the other course.
Yeah.
So you might be allowed to do the other course, but then you come and do your carryover later. How is it in this place?
This place, it really, first of all, you shouldn't even get to that level because your parents are spending so much.
But believe me, the education is very difficult here. You
I
know
agree,
that.
yeah. But the thing is, that's why I said the support is there. Once you feel one thing is affecting your mental health, go and see someone.
Okay.
Talk to your teachers. They are very, very, very understanding. Okay. And even if they are not there's probably one or two people that would not be understanding. Okay. That's why you have counselors, you have course advisors that will help you out. Definitely. There's sometimes that I had probably, like, I couldn't go to school for like a week, and my teacher wasn't being understanding. I went to my course advisor, got a note and gave him, and that did it for me. Yeah. Don't get to that level where you're helpless. Okay. Don't get to that level where you're helpless. Okay. Basically,
I should also say that while I was having my master's, one of the student jobs that I got was with the Student Accessibility Center. That is one thing that was a shock to me too as well. I did not know that students can just go, if you are the type that you are always under tension when writing the exam, you can decide that you want to write your exam alone.
Exactly.
Just go to Student Accessibility Center and
register
with them.
Exactly.
Then they will create an entirely different room for you. You will write your own exam, no problem. Some people still get like extra hours. So if normal students are meant to get like 2 hours to do an exam, some people can get an hour and a half. So it will be like 2 hours, then 1 hour plus 1 hour. That's 3 hours.
Yeah, the thing about it is, Nigeria, they just focus on the sense you have. Okay. Once you have high IQ, you're good at exams. But in fact, everywhere actually, in university, you actually have to have the right frame of mind. Okay. I've seen a lot of people that were A+ students in first year just go down the drain just because their mental wasn't right. Okay. They weren't. Something was probably going on back home or something like that. So your mental has to be right to be in university. Except you're very good at putting your mental aside. To be honest, I tried it didn't work. To be honest. Okay.
And how difficult would you say it was for you when you got here? The fact that you have to look back home, people sometimes, do you miss home? Yes. Did you get like homesick when you got here first?
No.
Can we ask you what age did you get here?
I got here at, I think 18. Yeah, I was 18 when.
So you were not like homesick, or you were the type that I want to leave home.
I was homesick, but I was really happy to be here. Like all my life I've always been like my family, and then I went to boarding school for like a year. Okay. So I just wanted my space for the first time and being able to know myself. So that's another thing that you should you just find out who you are, what you like, things you want to, and find people that fit into that niche, and you'll be fine.
Okay, no problem. So let's move to the social life. Away from education, what is the social life in should we take New Brunswick or should we take this school, for example? What
yeah.
is the social life in the school?
Yeah, you definitely have access to a lot.
Okay.
To be honest, there's so many social activities that you can do. It's limitless.
Okay.
You have access to the social club. You have access to the student union building where you can hang out.
Okay.
So there's opportunities for everyone. Whatever you like, whatever you're attracted to, you find it on campus anywhere. And there's not really, you're not policed. That's one thing I would say I had a benefit
Like
over.
life is free. Yeah,
Exactly.
You can do anyhow.
I had a benefit over my friends back home that went to private universities.
Okay.
Life is free. You have you can explore you can make mistakes, you can learn lessons here.
Definitely.
You're not really like, you're not forced to be good and then try to explore after that.
Yeah.
You just go in and if you make your mistakes, you learn from them.
Definitely. I think that is another thing that we should really talk about, which is the fact that in Nigeria, most people that even went to the private university, they are just like limited in everything. They can't go out past this time. They can't be here in the school premises. They can't be there. But here you can just
Be free,
anywhere at any point in time. I know that the Students' Union building also have a club.
Yeah,
it's called Cellar
yes.
Club.
Cellar, exactly.
Cellar. I think there are two clubs.
So there's the S Club and the Cellar. Yeah.
Okay, so that means that
You can-
anytime you can party,
Honestly, you can
anytime,
party anytime.
and you can miss class too as well.
And the thing is, like, the reason why I really don't like the Nigerian system is not being smart doesn't have to be that you don't have a social life. I know people that were A+ throughout their 4 years, and then they are in the S Club every night, they are in the Cellar every night, they are drinking every night.
Okay.
And I mean, it might not be my thing, it might not be your thing,
But you just know how to balance everything.
yeah. Being able, like, at the end of the day, it's the people that had average marks, but had a lot of friends that got the best jobs.
Definitely.
At the end of the day. So it's not really like, oh, I have to be the best person. I have to be, once I finish class, I'm going straight to read. That's not really what, at the end of the day, university is preparing you for life.
Okay.
So if you're just being by the book, going by what the rules are, you might not just
get it.
You might just be an average person. Meanwhile, someone that was average in school might be getting the best jobs. So are you really going to university to get good grades and just be average, or get the most out of life?
Okay, that's good. That's a good one too anyway. So in order to not move away from our discussion and also to be able to help, I know my channel is mostly to help master students and everything. What would you say your application process was like when you were about to leave Nigeria? How did you apply to come into Canada? How did you do your undergrad application and everything?
Yeah, this is something I like to talk about because misconception people have is what I had. So Canada, back in 2015, Canada was like hard to come to. Hard, like people said they waited 5 months, things like that. So I fell into that trap. I went to find an agent. She billed us, like she billed us. I feel like I paid my school fees to her.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've paid my school fees and then we paid double, basically.
Oh my goodness.
And now my sister wants to come to Canada and I did the process for her, and in 2 months everything clicked. So don't fall into that misconception that Canada is hard. Canada actually is looking forward to you coming because they are looking to build their economy, they are looking to further their country, and being educated would help out with that. And you're honestly one of the best candidates to go there. So don't ever limit yourself. That is one thing. Don't think about the money. Yes, Nigeria is hard.
Money.
Yes, but just think about what it will bring you in the future. There's the money is there. You think the culture shock, obviously it will be there, but if you don't experience it, you can never talk about it.
Definitely, in one way or the other, it is best that you invest into a better education, and when you come to Canada is ready to accept you, and the fact that they are the one that trains you at the end of the day, it's easier for you to settle down and stay here as well. So what advice will you give to any young or maybe aspiring students that wants to come to Canada? What advice will you give to them right now?
Just first of all, know what you want to study.
Okay.
You don't want to be rambling around. So when you come here, you choose a particular course. One semester down, you're looking to change. That's tuition wasting.
Definitely.
Think about your parents in Nigeria.
Okay.
There's also, and when you come here as well, be open-minded. That is one thing I learned late.
Okay.
Be very open-minded. Talk to people. You might say, oh, they don't understand you. Make them understand you.
Yes.
Make them understand you. Make them comfortable around you. That way, there's no barrier. Even if there's a barrier, break it.
Break the barrier.
Because you know how far you've come. You know you're doing triple of what they would do here.
Yes,
so why not get the most out of it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically
Okay.
it.
So meaning that for those that want to come, they should not be afraid. They should just get their minds together. I know that I did a video about the steps to getting admission to Canada, to study in Canada. My number one advice was that you should make up your mind. Once you make up your mind and you know what you want to study, everything will just fall in place. Everything. So
with the difference with the masters and the undergrad though is you guys already passed through the 4 years, and you already know what you like.
Yes.
But as
an
undergrad, it's kind of still confusing. Like, okay, I want to do this course because I'm good at. Reason why I did chemical engineering because I was good at chemistry and math. When I go here, I'm like, no, it's not chemistry and math. Yeah. So you have to. It's tough.
You need to figure out your interest.
Yeah, and it might not be that easy as an undergrad, to be honest.
Yes.
But once you find out that you're not happy, switch. Don't be too late. I have friends that went in too late, and it's not that they're not happy, but they just regret that
they didn't switch on time. So
exactly.
Maybe that's the one final thing that we should talk about, switching courses, because I know that here in Nigeria also. So, for example, in my school, when I first got in, I was meant to study medicine. I like to tell the story too. I was meant to study medicine, but I was given admission for a course that they called APH, Animal Production and Health. It was more like a vet medicine kind of. But after doing my 100 level, just the same way that you do in Canada here, that everybody is doing the same course in 100 level, so you can actually move.
Course is easy
at that time, but at that point it is really easy to move from everywhere. So from there I just moved to computer science entirely. Nice. So you can imagine me from having to go and be a doctor to a very big U-turn. I'm going to go and be a computer science. So in this place, how easy is it to switch? Can you switch at every year, at any year in your course of study too as well?
I would say it's easier to. So for example, I like writing English. I like arts. I like things that have to do with psychology, things like that. I won't even apply to go and be a chemical engineer. So that way, if you're looking to switch from, say, business administration to psychology, it's still an easy switch. It's still an easy switch. But saying that you want to switch from psychology to chemical engineering, probably not going to happen. Chemical engineering to arts probably will happen. So my first advice is, yes, it's not hard. It's not easy to make that decision to switch, to know what you want. Yes, but obviously you know what you like at when you did your WAEC or IGCSE. Definitely, you know what you like. Like my sister, you can't tell her to do math or chemistry, so she knew that science is not exactly. Definitely. But when she got to school, she knew that she liked law, she liked international business. So she could juggle around, like, okay, if law is not working for me, I can at least go into international business. But she won't have made that mistake, like, oh yeah, I think I should do chemical engineering. Exactly. So so it's easy to go from something that
is related.
Exactly.
They have to be mutually related kind of way to switch.
And one thing I like about like engineering though is it has a lot of things with it, so you can actually switch easily.
Okay.
That is actually something I found out. You can switch. I had a lot of friends that after like first semester they were like, yeah, I'm not doing this. They switched to business.
Okay.
So that's an easy switch.
All right. No,
Yeah.
no problem. I think today we've been able to like talk about a lot of things as regarding undergrad and everything. So if you are willing or you want to come to Canada, this is the time for you to do it. Believe me, you just have to make up your mind and say, I am doing this. And once you make up your mind and say you are doing this, there's nothing that is going to stop you again. So till I meet you next time again, I want to say a very big thank you to Fatima for coming on the show. So thank you very much
Thank
for
you
coming.
for having me. You're doing a very excellent job.
Thank you very
bringing
much.
people,
Okay.
enlightening people, telling them what to do. I wish I had that when I was coming. So
okay,
you're doing a great job.
All right, thank you very much. My head is already swimming. Okay, so no problem. Before you leave, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, put your comments in the comment section. If you have any question that you want to ask me, if you have something that you want me to tackle in my next video, just put it down and I'll make sure that I get back to you on those questions. So thank you very much. Until I meet you next time, I'm saying goodbye from the journey of the Niger boy.